month is officially going to be over. All right. Hello. How are my people out there? What's going on? Let's get this started. So, I know I always listen to Rocky, but Rocky motivates me. It just makes me want to get in motion. I just envision, Sylvester Stallone climbing up those stairs and having his arms out like I did it, I accomplished it. Maybe I'll find another song. But anyway, good morning, everyone. This is your Ask Zena radio show. Hello. How was your January? What did you do? What was your intention for January? Did it happen? Is it going to happen? Well, let's talk about that. Today, episode 13, we are talking about, are you ready for your blessings? I've got a special guest. I sure do. But, I wanted to share some things with you, really quick. I start off my day sort of in a little rant. It took me 2.5 hours to get here today. It's crazy out in LA. So I don't understand you people who have performance cars. I have a performance car, but you really can't go beyond 10, 15 miles an hour in the streets of LA. So it just doesn't even make any sense. So when I see you driving crazy behind me because you think you can move and swerve and do some other things, peace be with you, right? So it is so funny. So anyway, that's my little rant. You guys will probably hear me rant more often about traffic. Traffic in LA is crazy. So if this is your first time tuning into the Ask Zena radio show, let me tell you who I am, tell you about myself, and welcome you to the Good News Radio family. Yes. So this is episode 13. That means I've been doing this for 13 weeks. I'm having fun, y'all. I'm having fun. Okay, so Ask Zena, what am I? I literally call myself, my new title is a soul worker, but I'll break it down for you lay people, for you people who don't understand a soul worker, because I got another soul worker in the house today. Okay, so I have 25 years of corporate human resources consulting and business experience in building organizations and recruitment. I'm an author, I am a motivational speaker, I am a life coach, a career coach, and a spiritual coach. But my title is, when I put all of that together, I am a soul worker, because I work with the individual's soul to help motivate, inspire, encourage, and get them into gear and to get them into action in whatever aspect of life, whatever area of life that they need. I go in, really. So if it's career, that's what I do. If it's spiritual, that's what I do. If it's someone who doesn't know what their purpose and their passion is, well, then that's what I do. So anyway, that's who I am. I am also a grandmother of 3 amazing grandkids. Yes, grandchildren. I know I'm probably the oldest person at this radio station, but I don't care. Grandchildren are gifts from God. Seriously, they are gifts from God. I just love my babies. Anyway, so today, I want to tell you a little bit about my guest. I was going to have some music geared up here, but I didn't do that. I'm still learning this stuff over here. Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I facilitated a women's event in Marina Del Rey, and we had probably 6 or 8 speakers and about 100 or so women there at the event. And we came from Arizona. I was living in Arizona, and I came out here with a couple of other people. I was working with an organization called Sisterhood Extravaganza, helping them. So check out that organization in Arizona. Pat giving you some props today. And I was asked to speak. And when I spoke, I don't even remember what I said. Because sometimes I'll have something prepared and then spirit will move me and it was like I need to say something else. So I don't remember what it was. I really don't. But there were a couple of women that I was drawn to their spirit. And that's kind of that is another show having to explain that. But anyway, it's where, there's a like spirit, like mind, and those people are drawn to you. Maybe they're in your life. Some people say, well, I want to meet my soulmate. Soulmate doesn't mean that it has to be a male or female. Soulmate, hello, Keith. Soulmate can be anyone that the universe wants you to meet so you can understand, so that you can work through some stuff. So my guest today, Glenda Lomack. Hello. Keith just walked in. My guest today, Glenda Lomack, is my soulmate. So and don't be thinking all crazy, because when y'all hear soulmate, y'all be like, "Ooh, is she this? Is she that?" Look, don't assume. Okay. Anyway. Glenda will tell you. But we were drawn to one another, and we have been friends ever since. Very, very good friends. I consider her to be my confidant. I consider her to be my life worker, just helping me through understanding what it is that I need to do. And so today I am sharing with you my friend, Glenda Lomack. Yay, Glenda, come on out.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thought so much about Zena to allow me to be here and to share with you my gift of love, of appreciation, of purpose, because that's what my gift brings about, is purpose into the lives of individuals. It is a gift that I truly love, admire so much. I didn't get it on my own. I guess I inherited it.
Yay.
And so that's what I want to do more and more each day, because the world is crying out for help.
Yes.
And I know that I am that gift that can bring life to the situation.
Absolutely.
And I've been doing this since 1999.
Wow.
I've been in the closet, so to speak, for the most part. But
now, we're using some terms here that some folks is about to jump into some other things. So let's be very clear.
In the closet, whereas I haven't talked about it as much.
Okay.
There are a number of people that know, but it's going to be a surprise to some of the listening audience today of this gift that I have. And so it's time for it to come out even more.
Absolutely.
This is not the first time. Like I said, I've been doing this since 1999. Even goes back even further than that. But when I became aware of it was in 1999. I was told by this prophetess, well-known prophetess, that I had the gift and that I would do great things with this gift. And
let me just clarify, because a lot of people will think, a lot of people think of healers and spiritual people and prophets, and they think that, oh, that's something dark or that's something evil. I want to really clarify this. So let me just set the foundation just so that people know. Everyone has intuition, right? Right?
True.
And so everyone has intuition at different levels. Some people call it their gut. Some people call it like their, they thought of something, coincidence, whatever that is. But we all are born in this incarnation with intuition. And so some of us just develop a little bit more, and then some of us advance it, such as yourself, to be able to use your intuition, your inspiration, your gifts to be able to help other people. So for y'all holy rollers, okay, you can either turn me off or you can keep listening, because y'all go to them churches and y'all be like, the first lady, she's the prophetess, and I listen to everything she say. She is a woman and she has intuition, and other people do too, okay? Don't put all your money in one person, and don't put all your thoughts and your energy into one person dictating how you need to live your life, because that's a man's agenda. So I needed to clarify that, because Glenda is coming from a spiritual, holistic place centered and focused around God's gifts and talents that she has. Does that help you?
That helps. And I hope it helps the audience as well.
Awesome. Awesome. And she's being very, very humble. This woman is very, very educated. Has worked in administration, medical administration for many, many, many years. So these are just a few of her gifts. She is the warmest spirit that I know, and very loving. And so you'll get some very loving, clear information. And certainly if you want to reach out to her later on, you can do so. I just wanted to say again, thank you for tuning in to the Ask Zena radio show. We are going to, Glenda, tell me what 2019 looks like. What's the energy of 2019?
When I think about it, Zena, the energy for 2019, it's going to be a lot of upheaval in the world. We're coming to a climax, and the world is shifting. There's a new paradigm shift that's taking place. On this earth, you're going to either do the right thing or you're going to get out of here.
Does that mean the orange man is leaving? No. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
But the orange man is symbolic of what is going on throughout the world with people.
Yes.
So that's why he's been chosen to do what he's doing right now, to help bring about this shift and to awaken mankind to all of the evils, the prejudice, and so forth that's been going on for hundreds of years.
You know, I like the way you put that, because a lot of people are like, I hate him, this and this and this. But I really believe, such as you just said, that he's here just to help us be aware of what's been hidden, right? So that we can make a choice.
It's the cancer. It's everything is erupting. When you look around the world, there are volcanoes erupting. We're having floodings throughout, tornadoes, and all of these different things. They are symbolic of the cleansing, and we have to cleanse as well. Right. As Mother Nature cleanses, so do mankind.
Wow.
We have to clean up our act. We have to let go of toxicity in our minds and reach out and heal ourselves and heal Mother Nature.
Awesome. You know, a lot of people spend so much time in that negativity, in that negative thought process, that they don't realize that they are fueling more negativity.
That's true.
So an example of that is, you know, when I talked about my flat tire the other day, and I could have went down that spiral, just, oh my gosh, flat tire, more money, this, and this. I just kept driving, right? And I think that if we can make the shift quickly and not spend time in that negativity, then we can draw to us more of the good stuff versus staying in that negativity.
True.
So, yeah.
Because it will bring you down when you stay in the negativity.
Absolutely.
And when you put your energies and thoughts on the negativity of other individuals, you're not concentrating on your good. It brings you down.
Right.
So we have to look at our own selves and dig deeper, as opposed to looking at the negativity. Look at the positive side in all things, even with ourselves.
Absolutely.
Get out of the mind and get into spirit. Go beyond body, mind, and get into the spiritual realm, because that's where all truth comes from, is in the spiritual.
So, you know, it is so hard. You know, my test has been getting out of my mind that crazy monkey chatter. I can do this. I can't do this. I look this way. I don't look this way. I'm too short. I'm too this. I'm too that. Don't have the education. What are they thinking? What are they saying? You know, what does that look like? Did I walk right? Did I say something right? All of that stuff goes on in our mind
and what
all
you
the
don't
time.
Understand, and most of us don't understand, is that we are perfect the way we are.
Exactly.
We
Perfect,
have to shift
complete.
the thinking. Shift the thinking, and then everything else come in alignment.
Awesome.
That's what I'm finding out.
So I, with my coaching clients, I tell them to find something as a trigger, right? So for me, when I'm in that stinking thinking, which is what I call stinking thinking, I listen to gospel music. There's this one song that I listen to that motivates me and keeps me going all the time. I probably have, it's probably my fault that this song is in the millions now on YouTube because I just keep playing it over and over and over again. But I tell people to find a trigger, and a trigger could be, it could be a smell. It could be something that works with your senses. It's something that shifts you out of that dimension of that negativity. And so when you feel that negativity, like it could even be a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It could be taking a couple of steps, taking a walk. It could be, doing some breathing exercises. It could be, when I'm working in an office, sometimes I'll go into the bathroom and I'll just go pray. Or I'll just go in the bathroom and I'll just sit there because I need to get away from all of that negative energy. So I tell people to find a trigger that they can go about and sort of change that information. So what are some of the things that you use?
Some of the things that I use, Zena, is knowing that I am a soul. I'm in this body, but I'm a soul, and the soul has power over body and mind. And that's where I go to. I look within.
Okay.
And I'm constantly cleaning house.
All right.
Cleaning the mind out.
Cleaning house in the mind.
Getting rid of the cobwebs because the places that I'm going, I cannot afford to have any cobwebs.
Okay.
Or any dead weight.
Okay.
And so meditation is key for me. I do it at least twice daily where I go in and I sit, I be still. And I concentrate and I think about the good things and all the great things that God has done for me and things that I've overcome. And I know that we're all powerful.
Right.
We're all powerful.
So I know you people going to judge me. I don't care. But so meditation could be anything, right? It doesn't have to just be sitting there, sitting still and with your mind shut. Like I walk and meditate. I actually have driven to Arizona listening to some music. That's a form of meditation for me. So this is where you guys are going to judge me. Sitting out with a glass of wine.
Just being still. Just
with a glass of wine, watching the sunset, Keith. Is a form of meditation.
That's right. There's many forms of meditation.
So that's a form of meditation for me. But anyway, don't judge me. So you know what? The one thing that you'll learn about Zena is I'm so transparent with all of my flaws. It just doesn't even matter. Like I just laugh at myself. So anyway, we've got some people who wanted to hear some stuff from you. Are you prepared to share your wisdom? Are you prepared to give some spiritual healing to some people?
I am ready.
All right.
I'm ready to set the roof off.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, you've got one person right there, SD. SD, if you're listening, I took a picture or a copy of your Instagram, and Glenda is going to share some information that has come up about some areas that you had asked me about. So go ahead. SD,
Hi, SD.
listen.
Good morning to you. As I was taking a look at your photo this morning, I came into a beautiful vibration, beautiful spirit, very strong man indeed, and you're on your way to greatness. I'm looking at. I think you're very savvy in nature. As I said, greatness await you. Stand tall. Continue doing what you're doing because you are going to go places. The world awaits you. You're a very powerful man. You're focused and oriented, I'm looking at. And I see the fast-paced life, luxuriousness. You like that kind of lifestyle. And it is yours for the asking, Spirit is saying.
Wow. Did you have anything specific regarding career or relationship? Because I know those were areas that he was asking about.
As far
Now,
as
don't tell any names.
No, I'm
just
not.
in case you
No.
get something private and personal.
He's on the right course now, SD, in your career. As I said, many things await you. Just continue to remain focused, doing what you've been doing, and you will get there. You're sitting on a ton of money. so to speak. You need to draw in other people, support team to help you more organize and continue planning and so forth.
So what do the next 3 months look like for him? If you were to tell him how to put one specific step into action, what would that look like for him?
I would tell SD to just remain on the grind. Get pen and paper and start brainstorming your goals for the future. I want you to start seeing that you've already achieved what
That's
you
a big one.
want in
That's a big one.
life. And know that you have it. Know that you're unstoppable and that you can achieve, you can do anything that you set your mind to do.
Okay.
As far as relationships are concerned, I would advise you to be careful because there are a lot of women out here in the world, and we as women too, we can be just as bad as males. So be careful with the females that you choose, because not all of us are out here for the right thing.
So SD, basically you're going to be successful, you about to have some money, and they be about to be some thirsty women.
Right.
So just be on your grind.
If you would like to go more in depth with me, you can reach me.
We'll give him that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I see for you right now.
Woohoo, that sounds good. I'm going to have to find them lotto numbers. Hey, I got a special other guest in the house. And we were going to do some stuff working with this person. So you can
It's
either...
gonna be fun.
I know. So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, so what's up, everybody? It's Keith Good News from Monday morning. Listen to the station. I'm sure you do because you're listening right now. So yeah, came in here I was so interested in the topic in the show and just, Zena in general. And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if Jackie and Kirsten walk in here too. They say that's gonna come, so
Absolutely.
It might get crazy in here.
That's okay.
Oh.
Let's get this energy flowing. Let's get Glenda, I don't even know how we got connected, but this is just such an amazing young man right here, and he just has such an amazing spirit. I just know. Look, I'm making a prediction.
Hey, make them. That's what we're here for.
He is on his grind, and he's definitely going to be very, very successful. I don't know what his vision is for this station, but I just see him as unstoppable. So anyway, that was my 10
I
cents.
appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
The check.
10 cents make it a lot of those add up to $1,
So, talk to Keith.
Hi, Keith. Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
I'm so happy to be in your company.
I'm happy you're here too. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. It feels
Thank
good. Let me
you.
get 2 hands. On it. Yeah, that's a different energy now. See, that's a different transfer of
Yeah, that's
energy.
why I
Yes.
wanted to
It's
hold your
stronger.
hand.
It's stronger this way. When you got 2 on it, so
Yes.
it's much stronger.
Mm.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Keith, and I'm so honored to be in your space.
Oh, thank you so much.
I see great things coming about in your behalf. You've worked hard and mighty, but doors are opening left and right. You're going to soon be out of this building here,
I believe that.
and you will have more equipment. You will have a bigger audience than what you have right now.
Hmm.
It says the sky is the limit for you because you have a good heart. I'm
Thank you.
hearing a beautiful heart. Spirit said you will take your shirt off and give it to someone. That's the kindness that you are, your heart, and very compassionate and loving and kind. So great things are awaiting you. You're going to soar high like an eagle.
Wow.
And
I
so
appreciate
eyes
that,
have
yeah.
not seen and ears have not heard of the greatness. I see you with a new vehicle because you're in.
Come on now. Come on. It ain't Sunday, but we in church. It might be church. It's all right.
You like speed, I'm hearing.
I do.
You like speed.
I do.
You're,
I do
you're
like
a
sports cars.
speedster.
I
And so
prefer.
you like to get out and let the top back and ride, Sally ride.
Interesting, but I don't drive fast though. But I do like sports. I do. That's just interesting.
Yeah, you like sport cars.
Yeah,
Spirit is saying.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so there's travel taking place for you too. You will be traveling some, more than you probably want to.
Get this, Jackie. She telling the future. She's telling. I thought I was the oracle. I might be wrong.
But you like to travel. I'm hearing, and you're going to be. Your businesses will take you places that you've never gone before. Get ready. The entertainment industry will be coming to you.
Wow.
There's some people in R&B, rap will be contacting you in the near future, this year sometime.
Wow.
To make some deals with. So you're going to be busy. Get ready.
So he's expanding and growing,
He's expanding and growing.
Got a new car coming up too.
Oh no,
huh?
you heard that? Yeah, I took that one out. Yeah, I ain't forgot that one. That one's in there.
Do you have a color for the car?
The future is bright for you. I just like to say that it's bright.
Thank you.
There's no way you can go wrong. You're going to go up.
I believe that.
Yeah, you're going to go up. There's so much room for expansion. Believe in yourself. Continue to believe in yourself, and you're going to see a wealth of blessings just begin to flow to you even more. Strangers will come and help you out.
Wow. Wow.
You got it. So get pen and paper, write your vision down, and watch your life take off.
Wow.
Even more.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you have children?
I do.
You do? I see
I
children.
do. I have a 6-year-old.
Okay. I see children around you. And you're a great father, I'm hearing.
Oh, I have to. I mean, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I hear you're a great father.
Thank you.
And she's a blessing, too. She's a jewel.
Yeah, she is.
This little one.
Yeah.
And smart.
Absolutely.
Very smart.
Absolutely.
She's got the intellect of a teenager. Or more.
Guaranteed.
She's like a grandmother spirit, I'm hearing.
Guaranteed.
She's very wise.
Absolutely.
And creative.
Yeah, definitely.
So she's going to bring you a lot of joy.
Yeah, already has. Already has.
Lots of joy.
Yeah.
Well, what do you see for him for in the next 3 months?
Ooh, hold on real quick. Let me tell you. Before you answer that, this is what is so crazy is happening right now. Jackie knows, just lately I've been on just a spiritual quest and overall, and this is kind of just happening at the same time. And we've met with all the shows, and we literally asked that same question. What is the next 3 months? And so the fact that this is happening, it's like coming back to me. I'm here for it. So I'm just.
Wow, that gives me
I know,
chills.
man, that's
like,
crazy.
I'm just like,
man, that's
gives
crazy.
Me
That's
chills.
literally one of our questions. So
Wow.
please, I look forward to it.
There's a saying that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Right on.
And that's going to be the key for you is to stay ready, stay out of your mind. Any negative thinking that comes in, dismiss it.
Absolutely.
It don't belong there.
Absolutely.
In that chamber. The world is yours. Spirit is saying to you, go get it. It's whatever you make it, whatever you want it to be, and that all power lies within you. All power lies within you. You didn't get this far by chance, and the next coming 3 months is not by chance. You are a doer. You know how to make things happen.
Absolutely.
So go get it. Put it on pen and
Write it
paper.
down.
Write it down, and you're going to see how things are going to shift for you in your behalf. Mightily. Have you been talking about a move somewhere?
Yes. I mean, like almost like 1,000% of the time.
You've been talking about a move.
Like, yeah, like 1,000%. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, move is in store for you. You're going to be moving.
Yeah.
You're going to love the place where you're moving to. Things it's being prepared for you already. So have you been thinking about the west side of town?
Yeah, because that's where we are now, and that's where.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
seems
see,
to
still in the west.
People
on the west
like
side
to
of
come
town.
to the west.
You like the ocean?
Absolutely. I don't
Yeah,
like
you
getting in, but
I know
actually,
you like the water though.
I like the sense of fresh oxygen, and it hasn't been
Yes.
contaminated by
Right.
cars, people. It's right off the ocean. You
Yeah.
can't get closer
I hear that you're a nature person. You like nature.
You know, I don't know. I probably do. I maybe I need
You're
to pay attention more.
exploring, yes.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of
I like plants.
Yes, well, that's nature.
That's nature.
That's nature.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
but even more so, you know, I was talking to my girlfriend, so I was like, you know, why I prefer running outside versus the treadmill, because the simulated version, you're missing so much of the natural aspect of running, the difference, the oxygen. So
yes.
I think that I think I'm at the point of becoming more connected with nature currently. Even started doing yoga like 2 days ago. Like my limbs are hurting.
Okay. I think the more you continue working with nature and the elements of water and air, you're going to see more shifts. You're going to be more connected because you're coming from the creative space. Your work is creative. So you need more of nature. You need more of the outdoors. You need more of the air. You need more of the water, those surroundings.
Yeah.
You may want to try earthing. Have you heard of earthing?
No, but what's up?
Google
what we doing?
earthing. So you take your shoes off and you just plant yourself in grass or sand and just allow the earth and Mother Nature to speak to you. And that's a form of meditation as well. So earthing, just really just getting centered and focused with the earth.
Wayne Dyer has this saying. He says that if you wear shoes, you know, all the time, you never know what the world feels like. You know? And my daughter absolutely, she's disgusted with footwear. Like she doesn't.
I've got a park for you and your daughter that has water. That park by my house that has water. It's a small waterfall, and there's ducks and there's fish and there's all sorts of
let
things.
me know. I'm down.
And you take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Oh, she would love it.
No, she doesn't. Shoes just not socks, any of that. So. This is amazing. I appreciate this because there's not a lot of times where I get the opportunity to get my cup filled by someone in person. I read a lot of books, you know, audios. You know, I try to listen to sometime when I go to sleep binaural sounds, and you know, just to try to fill my cup in other ways. But I just appreciate this, you know, for real.
You're
I
more
really
than
do.
welcome. You haven't seen nothing yet.
I'll
getting ready
know.
to.
In 10
take
minutes.
Place.
I'm sold.
No.
You're going to be an ambassador to a lot of the youth, I'm hearing.
To the millennials, huh?
You're going to be an ambassador. You're going to speak truth and life into the youth of today. And so there will be a foundation that you're going to set up in behalf of that, where your time and energy will be in that, and to making these youth special and that they are useful. You have the gift to do that.
Wow.
And I see you doing that, doing greatness with the youth and men of color as well.
Yeah, I believe that.
Men of color. You will bring about change, drastic change in their lives.
It's inevitable. So I am.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. So I am.
Woohoo!
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question? Because I have this like I don't even say alter ego, but my other self that I call the Oracle, and it's interesting that we talk about that. So, but I always say that I believe that I can see when good fortune or good favor or good things are going to happen to people. I don't know the bad things. I don't have that gift, but when good things are going to happen, I call them out and I can see them.
Yes.
Based on your profession and your experience, I'm assuming you're a lot more invested in it than I am. I just I don't know. Maybe I think I'm a know. I don't know. But how did you get to this point? Like, what was it, an experience for you that made you come to like the spiritual aspect of like, yo, I have this gift and I can see. Did you just claim it? I just turned 30, and I remember reading the Bible and learning that Jesus became the Jesus that we know him as is 30. So did Horace. Any actually great leader, or for the most part, 30 is a specific age when people cross over. So I don't know if that's happening at the same time, but I just want to know, like, what was your experience for it?
Wow, it goes way back. I remember in high school, I was always called the strange one peculiar, strange, and even my brothers and my sister, they asked my mother, "Who is she? She's strange. She don't eat like we eat. She don't talk like we talk. Where did she come from?" That type thing. But I didn't think anything about it, until several years later, around 1996, I was introduced to a teacher and healer, and she told me I had a gift. She said, "You have a gift to do what I do, and you're going to do it well." I was at a church, and she says, "And this building is not big enough to contain your gift." So she dared me to get up and prophesy. I didn't know I had the gift of prophesying or, it's spiritual intuition. I didn't know it. And so she says, "Come up. God wants you to give a message to these people in here." And I said, "Me? Yeah, you." So I got up and I proceeded, and it just came out like running water. And I haven't stopped since. I haven't stopped with it. She is the one who brought. So I would go to her church. She would always tell me, "I need you. I need you as a backup." And so she brought the gift out. She allowed me to do that.
She had a mentor.
She had a.
So today's an opening for you, Keith. Did you know that?
For me?
Yeah, because you've been on a quest, because you've been searching, and because you made the affirmative action to sit here today. Today's an opening. I challenge you to start journaling from today and watch how life starts opening up for you.
How dare you?
How
dare you challenge me?
Excuse me. And watch your gift unfold.
It's unfolding.
Watch the awareness, because it's like a walnut, right? We're all in this walnut and we're all in this cocoon and we're there. And then your walnut has opened up. And so today is an opening for you. You're going to start to have some awarenesses. You may need to get her number.
No, I'm already.
Yeah, because you're going to have to
start
start having some awareness. You're going to be like, why did I feel that? Why did I sense that? And some people actually experience some of the negative. I'm like you, where I only see the good. Glenda is just that. Well, she only sees the good. There are other people who are like, you don't do that. I don't get into that, because I believe that we are perfect, whole, and complete, such as Glenda. I believe that there's divinity within everybody, and we have the ability to tap into that. And so when we live in the human realm, that's when we're dealing with that negativity and all that other stuff. When we stay in our spiritual self, then we're able to see and move through life, because nothing is supposed to happen to us. It's supposed to happen through us.
Absolutely.
So, but when we're living in the human side, we feel like everything is happening to us. At us, against us.
Yeah.
Right. Why?
Absolutely.
Woe is me.
We are on the receiving end of everything.
Exactly. So you'll start to see an opening. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Y'all hear that deep breath? That was me accepting it all.
Yes, own your power.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's going to be key for you, is owning it.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate that. This is fantastic, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the woman sitting over there, Jackie, she is pretty much like, I call her my work wife. We've been doing this for a long time, and whatever I am experiencing, she's experiencing as well, especially when it comes to this. So, I mean, not to put the spotlight on her, but to put the spotlight on her. I would definitely like to hear, just because, her success is equivalent to mine, the way I see it at this point. We're connected. Okay. So, I mean, if you don't mind,
Absolutely.
I just want to, I want to hear of Jackie's, future and what's in store, because I have my beliefs and she hears them all the time. So I'm assuming that they'll be similar, and it strengthen what I believe, and then I can continue calling myself the Oracle.
Wow. Well, thank you so very much, Keith. Thank you so very much. Yes, we do have another guest, and so if you're just tuning in, this is the AskZena radio show, and we have a special guest today, Glenda Lomack, and she's talking about, are you ready for your blessing? And she is offering my in-house guest and some of those people who reached out, she's offering them spiritual healing. So we have a guest in here Jackie.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I'm just going to turn it over to you two right now.
Well, I just loved hearing what you were saying about Keith. I love how he just turned it on me because he's not ready. He's not, I guess, not used to all this like light shining on him, and you need that as a reminder of all the stuff that you've accomplished. And I try to tell him all the time, but he's really quick at flipping it on you and just like,
that's okay.
Yes.
You know, he's going to have to get comfortable being the man in the mirror, right?
Right. Yes.
And so Keith, you're building a tribe.
Yes.
So you have to understand this is your tribe.
I tell him
right?
that.
Right?
He's gonna own it.
And so you're going to own it. Like today is an awakening.
New day.
So
Right.
Yes.
Becoming.
Yes, I feel it. Like the energy's like woo 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 woo.
See, he gets so nervous when we
I
talk
know.
about him, but
I
I
know.
tell him like you need to celebrate those accomplishments.
I know.
All of them, the big ones
Yeah.
and the small ones.
Yeah, I've got something
that's
for
your
you on another
purpose.
note. So, all right, Jackie,
Hi.
do you want to tell us a little bit about you, or just want to go in?
I mean, what do you want to know? I don't know.
Tell us about your show.
So I actually started with Keith October 2016. And he actually put something on. He was a one-man show. He was doing everything. And he put out I think it was a video, like, if you're interested in joining the team, like, let me know. And I would watch his Facebook Lives. So I'm like, okay, I want to learn from this guy. He's one step ahead of me, like, because I've been wanting to start a podcast. So I'm like, let me go learn what I can from him.
Sure.
And I think our energies just clicked, and I was like, we just ended up, we're still working together. Like, I didn't, you never know what the future holds. I didn't know when I decided to go team up with him where it would take me. And so but I'm also very open. I'm also the type of person to kind of like go with the flow and see where the universe takes me. And I've learned a lot from him, and I just kept growing with him. I started off as like his talent manager. Then he's like, you know what? No, I need be my producer. And so I'm like, I'm his producer. And I did a lot of stuff in there. And then I ended up being his co-host. And he's the end goal for me was to start my own show. But I think I got so comfortable and like just loved his energy and like his wise words that he always has. I ended up loving being his co-host. And he's like, no, it's time for you to fly. It's your turn, and you're going to have your own show. And I launched my own show November of 2018, this last year. And I was so nervous. He was like fighting him on it. I was like, I'm not ready. And he's like, no, you're ready. And I've launched it, and I've started, and I have a whole team now that helps me out. Thankful to all the ladies. It's called Ladies Night Radio Show.
That's good.
And
it's the #1 show on the network.
Come on now, I know. She's the woman in the mirror, and she's scared to look too.
I know. That's where we do share that. We're not used to having so much light shine on us. We love shining light on others. We like to share and show them their strengths and stuff. So I've gotten used to within this last year of allowing people to shine light, to show my light and share it and my strengths. So that's definitely something that I'm learning to be okay with, and just how I can use that in helping others uplift themselves and shine light on theirs. So, and I created the platform. It's called Ladies Night. And he was like, well, what's going to be your focus? What's your market? And I was like, women. Like, I want to uplift women, like, of, everything, and just kind of like be there and create an environment. So if there's some women that I've met, they're like, I don't have too many female friends. I stick with just guy friends. And I get that, but I guess I have 3 sisters. So I grew up with women in my life. And I didn't know how many people don't have that in their life and how important it is. So I was like, let me create a foundation for other women to join. So if you don't have women in your life, consider us your new,
Awesome.
your new girl squad.
Awesome.
And so if they have questions, if they want to talk about things, we create a platform for them to express that, or just, and that's what I created here on the show.
Yes.
Similar to AskZena.
So no, actually a vow. So
vow.
I'm actually launching on Sunday a vow, which is authentic voices of women, and it'll be Facebook Live. And this is for
Hey.
women who have gone through abuse. So
Okay.
I went through a lot of abuse as a child and continue to abuse myself or get in abusive relationships.
Ooh.
So we don't realize that the abuse actually transfers into different behaviors, into different characteristics, and also into different circumstances in our lives. So this is the aftermath of abuse. And it's not just sexual abuse, it's any kind of abuse.
Yeah.
It's verbal abuse, it's whatever. And so I grew up in a very neglectful home. And so out of that, the only thing that I'll say about that is I then chose to have 2 children out of wedlock. Never got married because never wanted to get married. Never trusted me and da 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 da. No, I'm better at it now, Keith.
It happens. It happens.
Right, but the transference of energy when someone is abused actually stunts their growth and stops them at certain points of their lives. So I created this Facebook group years ago called Avow. It has about 340 some odd members around the world. We have a woman from the Ivory Coast that
Wow.
was circumcised
Wow.
as a child. And so we are now putting that platform in Facebook Live, then putting it onto my website. And then, so this is another form of healing. We created a safe group
Yeah.
where you can share and no men are allowed and it's okay. Now for healing, you have to be open out and make yourself visible, because God is using us to, everything I do is about God, so, and around God and in God and for God. So God is using us to lift that veil. So no longer shame, blame game, but standing up and saying, yeah, I was abused, but this is the woman I am now,
Yeah.
right? So that's the platform. So that's Avow. So that launches this Sunday. But anyway, enough about me.
But that's amazing, though. That's like so therapeutic for all these women to kind of, because the more you talk about it, you're like releasing, and it's so therapeutic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
congrats on that.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
thank you. I have to tell you, so just really quick, because of the abuse and because of what I went through, so I'm 52. I'll tell you my age. I'm very
Wow.
transparent. I didn't learn how to love unconditionally until I was 47. I've had relationships, but I didn't know unconditional love until I was 47 because of all that stinking thinking in my head and the non-trust factors and all of that other stuff. So this stuff, this aftermath, everyone talking about R. Kelly, yeah, talk about the act, that's fine. You want to glorify that and want to talk about what he did. But what happens after that? And I've got 2 granddaughters, and I'm teaching them now not to have those attitudes, not to have those characteristics, not to do those things, not to behave that way, because that will cause challenges in your life. So awareness to me is the mustard seed in the Bible that they talk about. But anyway, okay.
I can't wait to hear more about this.
Jackie, Glenda, Zena's out.
Hi,
Hi,
Glenda.
Jackie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
As I come into your space of being, I come into, there are similarities between both you and Keith. And it's not by chance that you have met, because I'm sensing a partnership that will take place too in what you're doing. And your knowledge, your strength, your power, your wisdom, your creativity is going to play an integral part in this radio business.
Yeah.
You're a great thinker, planner, organizer, very creative, I'm hearing in spirit. I'm sensing you have been like a caterpillar, so to speak, and now you're becoming that butterfly. You're giving birth to some great things that are coming out of you and will come out of you and take you places that you've never been before as well. A lot of opportunities await you. You're getting into the place of knowing self and honoring and giving love to self. And you're going to see Jackie just take off like a jet in her life. You've been hard on yourself for a while, many years, and there's been some abuse that has been going on in the past. And so you're forgiving yourself. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah, definitely, I'm hoping I take off as a jet. That's the plan.
Yes.
As
And
I'm
so
putting in that work for it.
it's belief.
Yes.
Your beliefs will set you free.
Mm.
And so I want you to start giving honor to who you are as an individual and accept your power as to who you are. And see yourself in the image that you've been made whole, complete.
Mm-hmm.
You are successful. You're all of the above. No more negative thinking, and when you do, you dismiss it. No, we're not going that way. And I want you to keep your goal, your purpose, and your mind focus on where you're going.
Okay.
What do you see for Jackie in the next 3 months? Be as specific as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie, she's been undergoing a lot of changes, as I said, with
Mm-hmm.
the caterpillar now becoming a butterfly.
Now becoming or is a butterfly?
Becoming.
So
she's in the
she's-
stages.
Okay, so she's
of
shedding.
becoming.
Okay.
She's putting on
Wow.
the wings and so forth. You're giving birth to life. Do you sense new birth?
In a sense, yes, I do. I do.
New birth is coming about.
Yeah.
And basically it lies with you. Your beliefs is going to set you free. You're shedding the old belief systems that you've had, getting rid of them, and now finding opportunities to emerge and become that powerful energy that you are. Your energy is needed at this time, the feminine energy, because you're very bold.
Women power.
I am bold.
You're bold. And you don't mind. You don't mind speaking your mind.
Nope, don't.
So you are a voice piece for the feminine energy.
So your platform, so I'm just going to tag team on Glenda, your platform is actually, if you think about it, it's the tangible birth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the caterpillar coming out of that cocoon and starting to, like, flap his wings and not ready to fly yet. Because the flying part, once you own it, once you own your personal power, sit back, Jackie, and look at the platform you created in the short time.
Right.
And look at the engagement. Look at the engagement. Because sometimes when we have self-worth issues, not saying that that's your issue, but sometimes when we have self-worth issues, we think it all about self. Like, I'm not that good. I'm not this. I'm not that. We don't realize that it's like a funnel. Our energy is resonating all out here. We're thinking singular right here. Your energy is all out here. And so the platform you created is all of these women all out here. And here you are. And think about what position that puts you in and how powerful and mighty you are.
Because you're helping them to give birth as
exactly,
well.
Right.
Exactly.
As you give birth, you're going to help them give birth.
Don't start no rumors up in here.
Exclusive on the good news.
Spiritual birth.
Disclaimer. Keith was talking about spiritual birth.
That's funny.
So when
own
you
your
start to
power.
embrace that, I want you to look at all the people that come in here and the women that are willing to share their story. And just like you said, the women that don't have other women in their lives, you did that, girl. You are doing that, girl.
Yeah.
And so when you, like the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, when you have a hard time looking at, I'm just doing this. Yeah, it's going. I want something bigger. I want some different money. I want a different lifestyle, whatever. Look at what you're doing, and you are planting those seeds.
Right.
A vow was a seed I planted 7 years ago when I wanted to do a woman's monologue in Arizona. And my graphic artist said, "Oh, I've got your whole file." And I'm like, and now a vow is manifesting. AskZena is about 11 years old. It was, I have been coaching and helping people for 11 years specifically, and now it's birthing. And then it was someone that I met over the internet that interviewed Keith that, like, I was like, oh, I need to meet him. I saw his energy on there, and I was like, I have to meet him. And bip, bam, boom, here I am doing this, and I've got another job to go to. So I want you to really look at your power and look at what you're doing. And if you can't see it for yourself, see what you're doing for other people, right?
Right. I
Sorry.
like that.
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
that was
Sorry.
good. I like
Sorry.
that.
Give her some good stuff.
Okay.
Sit down. You're like anxious in the background.
I'll stand up. Even I stand up.
I'm hearing that Spirit is saying for you to start loving self. You need to give yourself more love, more credit
Okay.
for yourself. You don't do that enough. You don't do that often enough. You put others before you for some reason. And that's
I think
perfectly-
many of us do, though. Don't. Well, I guess that's
so
my
women
mentality.
do. Women do. But so,
But this year,
yeah.
the word is do self.
Do self.
Do
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about what other people are doing necessarily, that you would forsake yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And get out of the negative with what other people are doing or what they might say against you. Do you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you concentrate on the positive, you don't have time for the negative.
That's true.
So let me go back to doing us, right, as individuals, because a lot of people think that that's selfish. They think, oh, that's a diva if I'm just doing me. A diva, that's just stupidity. That's arrogance. That's attitude. That's you thinking you're entitled to do something. That diva-ish attitude. When you are a whole person, you need to take care of the whole person, you, right? Because at some point, if you keep giving, and I've experienced this, if you keep giving, you are depleting. So nothing is being deposited back into your bank account. Emotional bank account, spiritual bank account, physical bank account, intimate bank account. And I'm not talking about intimate sexually. I'm talking about we have our own intimacy to take care of our own self, our own person. And so Zena believes in pampering herself. So let me just say that. If you need to know, you need to come with me because I believe in pampering myself.
indeed.
I go get certain things done, but you have to be good to yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just simple steps. People think that like I have to do this or, oh my gosh, I can't take a half a day just to be with me. You know what? If it's just a walk, if it's earthing, even if it's just with someone like Keith, that's feeding your soul. So, think about something that brings you joy, not happiness. So this is another show, but happiness and joy for y'all out there are two totally different things. So I'm talking about joy, where you feel it inside, where it's like, you know what, this feels really good. This makes me happy. This makes me feel, in a different spirit, not just temporary, because happiness is temporary. So if that's hanging out with Keith, if that's brainstorming with Keith, then that brings you joy. Find those things that bring you joy and do more of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find
Thank
more
you.
time for playfulness, too.
Yes.
Bring some play in there.
Mm-hmm.
Get out and do more investigative work and have fun. Go get a balloon and go fly a kite or something. That type thing
Okay.
will help you to release and let go of your past, because
Okay.
it's been weighing you down to an extent. So let go of it and accept your beautiful self as to who you are, because there's no one else like you. You might as well love her.
That's true.
Come
You
on
might
now.
as well love her. And when you
That's
open
true.
up that door for self-love, then you can invite love from someone else,
Oop.
which you are seeking.
Oop.
Did you say from what you're seeking?
And he's gonna be Jamaican.
Keith is hilarious.
Keith putting all your business out there. Okay.
You know it's true.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, that's
Wow.
funny.
So cool. So
Thank you so much
yeah.
for that. I really appreciate
Oh,
that.
you're welcome.
And we'll definitely give Glenda's information so that you can share that, have her card. So I was going to ask a little bit something about me, but I don't know where we are in the time and space of that.
You got time.
You have to. What do you mean? Let's go.
I didn't want to be put on blast. Okay, just
See?
like
Nobody wants nobody.
just like one sentence, like something about me, just really quickly, just so.
Nah, we want to hear. We want a 30-minute.
I don't think it's one sentence that can describe. No, we need more.
No,
We want it all, honestly. Like I think that we want to hear it all, and you need it all because who is a better person to give it to you? You know what I'm saying? Than this particular situation, this particular environment in which you're most comfortable, and you create the platform for yourself. So now you're at the opportunity where you get the opportunity to expose yourself, to be vulnerable.
Didn't I tell you he was going to be
your
aware
listeners.
and open up? Now he's preaching.
I'm just saying, like now you get the opportunity, and this is
I'm
the best
open
time.
and receptive.
We doing it.
Okay. As always, Zena, there's continued growth in your behalf. You haven't ceased growing. I remember 3 years ago when we met at the women's conference and we talked. And maybe
She told me I was going to meet Oprah.
Oh, that's
we-
like next year.
Yeah. Keith is prophesizing too.
And we talked, and you wanted to know what did I do, because we talked on the telephone after the conference. And I told you, that I was in spiritual intuitive, and you said, well, could you give me a reading? I said, well, let me think about it, right now, because I just don't come out of the blue and do it like that. Let me think about it and see what, Spirit would have me to say to you. And so I spoke into your life that you have so much waiting for you, and that you will be a voice piece for mankind, and that you would bring truth to mankind, that you would be like another Oprah Winfrey in your gifts that you bring. And you said, oh, I just don't see that. I just don't see that. I said, you will have a TV station. Here comes 2019. You have a radio station, and there are plans being made for the TV station that is yet to be right now. You're with,
and I will tell you that when she told me that, I never wanted to be on TV. Never wanted to be on TV. And I'm just telling you right now, as an affirmation, there are conversations that are being had with television right now. So I'm telling you, when this woman sowed that in me, it was like, so when she sows something into you and you're like, oh, I'm not ready for that, I'm not ready for this, just know that it's already out there. So you got to get ready. You better start getting ready.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Then I spoken to you several times about the growth in a corporate structure, that you were getting ready to get a job, and that it would be endless, forthcoming. That happened last year, I believe, also about a corporate job. It came to pass like a couple of weeks later, that job. And I said, don't worry about it. Things are working out for you. This is your time. This is your season. And so today, as I speak to you, it's still a continuation.
Yes. And that's manifesting.
It's manifesting.
That's manifesting right now. Yeah.
More of. There's a promotion coming about where you're at. You will get a promotion on the job. And there's going to be some travel with that job, too, I'm seeing. You will have to travel a couple of different places.
Okay.
There's a move taking place. You're happy in the place where you are, but I see something bigger.
I don't want to leave the ocean.
It's not necessarily leaving the ocean, but leaving the complex where you're at.
Oh, okay. I like listening to the waves.
Yes.
When I go to sleep.
Change.
Okay. I'm open, receptive.
Change is coming.
Okay.
You'll be traveling back and forth to Arizona, too, for some reason, because there's a deal coming about in Arizona. So look forward to that also.
Arizona just started a black television station.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
So you have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. You have a great life, Zena.
Thank you.
because you're always helping others too. And I'm one of those recipients, as well as to all of the beautiful things that you've done in my life to help me when I was in need. You've been there, and you do that with others. So your avow is going to be perfect for that. And between Jackie and you and Keith, there's more work to be done together also.
Okay.
So it's not accidental that you all have met.
All right. Well, my cup runneth over. So, thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm almost brought to tears. Just for everyone, right? And I'm just so glad to share. I've been selfish with Glenda for a couple of years now. So I'm sharing,
No,
Glenda.
you haven't.
No,
you haven't.
no. And so let people know how they can get in touch with you, how they can reach out to you. We will definitely have you back for sure. But let people know how they can get in touch with you.
You can reach me on my cell phone at 213-822-4828, or you can go to my Facebook page at AskZena.com. You can find me there as well.
All right. And thank you for your words of wisdom. Just so amazing. Thank you for touching and helping. And SD, I hope you got all the answers, but if you need to reach out to Glenda, you can reach out to her and connect with her and get more information, whatever you might need. Hey, thank you for listening to the Ask Zena radio show. I appreciate you. I love you. Happy hump day. Go out there. January's over. Let's make February fabulous, filled with love, amazement, and living an abundant life. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Check y'all out next week. Bye.
Later.